Hey there, I'm Blair Williamson. I've been a personal trainer since 2010 at Limit Zero, and today I just want to show you a very simple test that can be a basic idea of how well we're living. This is called a sit-down, stand-up test. It gives us a score out of 10, and at the end of the day it gives us a very simple but good idea on how well we're living. Most of our clients, or everyone really, throughout life is having the same idea or same goal to live longer and to live better. The longer we live is not always up to us. Obviously things can happen to us, but how well we live, how good life is up to us. And what I'm about to show you can give you a good idea of how well we're doing those two things. And the best thing about this is that you can do it anywhere in the world, very simply at home, just following these instructions. So as I said, it's called the sit down, stand up test. So we start exactly in this position, and we're going to sit ourselves to the ground and then stand back up with using the least amount of support as possible. So for example, when we're in this position before we start, we're going to score it out of 10, and every bit of support we use to help ourselves get down and then back up, we lose a point. If we lose balance at all, we lose half a point. So for example here, if I use this rowing machine, so I hold on to that, that'll be 1 point off. If I put one knee on the ground, it'll be another point off. If I put that hand down, that'll be 1 point off. So there'll be a 2 out of 5 on our way down. And then coming back up, we'll score again out of 5. So if I use that hand there, that's 1 point off. If I twist and put this knee down, that's another point off. And if I stand up, that'll be a 3 out of 5. So 2 plus 3 would equal 5 out of 10 is our score. Unfortunately, that's not a very good score to get in this test. What we're looking for is to get around about a 7 or higher. And that should be a minimum ongoing to show you a good quality of life and likely to live a long period of time. Best way and the perfect score to get a 10 out of 10 is to simply cross our legs like that and to come down, sitting right down, nice and balanced and controlled. That would be a 5 out of 5 because I use no assistance getting down. And then to get back up will be the opposite, so we reach forward like so, control ourselves and come back up. Not my best work there, but that would still be a 5 out of 5, scoring a 10 out of 10. If we use, for example, let's go, if I squat right down and use one hand, sit down like that, a 4 out of 5. And if I did the same in reverse, again a 4 out of 5. So that would be 8 out of 10, which is still a very good score. The idea behind this and why this shows longevity and quality of life is simply 4 main things. It's our coordination, so how well we can coordinate movements in life, our flexibility, so how mobile we are in moving around, getting up and down, our power to weight ratio, so how strong we are in accordance to our weight and how well we can move it, and just our muscular strength. So this simple test can take all those 4 things into account in a very simple way and give us a basic idea of how well we're living. I'd suggest you give this a go at home, maybe even once a year, just to see how well you're moving and to assess yourself. As I said before, we're looking to get a 7 out of 10 or more. If you're scoring less than that, let us know. We would love to help give you some ideas of how to improve that function to be able to get down with control and back up. The higher the score is, the more likely you're going to live longer and going to live better because you can move well. At the end of the day, that's exactly what we want to do for our whole life. And this test has also been designed mainly for elderly people, but it should be done for everyone because over my years as a personal trainer, I've seen so-called old people in their 30s and young people in their 60s and 70s. How long you've been on this planet isn't an indicator of how old you are. It's more how well we can move and how well we can move around our body and control ourselves. That is really the determining factor of how well we're living and how long we're likely to live. So thanks for listening. Give us a go at home. My name is Blair Williamson, and let me know if you need help. We would love to help you out, get a higher score. Thanks.